Hi everyone, this is Grace Estrada, All College Curriculum Chair, and today we're going to do some CurriQunet Maverick training, specifically how to find courses and course proposals. So first, what we're going to do is go to our website, and we're going to go over how to actually find CurriQunet. So what you want to do once you're at evc.edu is enter in the search bar CurriQunet. And once you do have it, I recommend bookmarking it. So go to the first result, which says CurriQunet, and you have two choices, login or search. If you simply want to know course information, you go to curriculum search. But if you want options to do everything, you go to CurriQunet login. So here is what we call the global dashboard, which is an individually customized dashboard that you can make. You can add things using things like My Courses. You could add that and put it here in the global dashboard. And what it will do is it will list the courses that you have in the curriculum management system. If you want to know easily where your approvals are, then you could add that as well. And so each of us can actually make the global dashboard whatever we want it to be. So it's really nice. It's a kind of customization. Then the public dashboard is what everybody sees. So it's kind of an interesting choice of terms. I did not select those. But here in the public dashboard is where different curriculum leaders may decide to put some information that you want. So our curriculum coordinator added this information on accessing the course outline of record. I added this information on curriculum resources, which include a link to the Canvas shell and a link to the Program and Course Approval Handbook, also known as the PACA. So if there are any other resources you would like me to make available to everyone, please let me know and I'll put it on the public dashboard. Okay, so for courses, we would go to this drop-down menu that says Curriculum. And this is where you would be able to see different components. So approvals, remember that's anything that you have to do. So if you've submitted a course proposal and it was sent back to you and you have to do some kind of adjustment, it would be under approvals. Now, courses would be the individual courses. Programs would be the collection of courses that lead to a certificate or degree. Assessment is where you would go if you want to fill out a report for student learning outcome or SLO assessments, or program learning outcome or PLO assessments. This is where you would go. And if you're completing a program review, this is where you would go as well. So for courses, simply go to the course selection, select courses. And what it does is it lists all of the courses and proposals related to courses in the curriculum management system, which is a lot. So I recommend filtering it out by subject. So for me, I'd be interested in psychology, and I would click on that. And for status, I recommend selecting active and in review in case there are any proposals that are in the process. You want to know where those are as well. So here is a list of the courses in psychology. Course discipline is listed alphabetically because we're in the process of Common Course numbering. There are two right now, PSYC and PSYCH. Eventually that will change. And the course numbers are listed numerically. So you can see for Psych C1000, which is Introduction to Psychology, it was a new course, and these are the available course proposals for this particular course. So I can modify or update it. I can clone it, which is helpful if I wanted to create a non-credit version in which everything is the same except for a few components. And there is the deactivation proposal. Before you deactivate, you should have a conversation with all the full-time faculty and also look at what kind of programs are going to be affected by the deactivation of the course. And over here you have reports, which contain a lot of important information. So if you want to see the course outline of record, you would select course outline. Here, you would find the last time the course was revised. So for me, for this one, it was November 19th, 2024. Because this is not a career education course, I have until 2030 to update it, which is once every 6 years at the minimum. What else would you see here? It's 3 units. If you want to know the official catalog description, which is what our students see, that's where you would find it. What kind of grading is available. You could see if there are any prerequisites or co-requisites. Here is where you would see the learning outcomes from the course. And this is what student learning outcome assessments would be based upon. Objectives are the smaller steps that faculty teach their students to lead to the student learning outcomes. And here is the course lecture content. So when you teach a course, you need to make sure that you are addressing all of the content because that is the minimum of what we need to cover for our students. Also, our recommended methods of evaluation that you might want to use in the class. Here's a critical thinking example and some representative textbooks. So there's a lot of really good information in a course outcome report. Also available is the impact report. And this lets you know if the course is a prerequisite for any other courses. So this one is a prerequisite for research methods and for directed study and also biological psychology. Remember I said if you wanted to deactivate it, you want to know if it's connected to any programs. So under programs, it would let you know which programs have incorporated this particular course. So before you deactivate, you would want to talk to full-time faculty and have a collegial conversation with your colleagues in these departments and let them know that they would have to update their program before you deactivate the course. Another important report would be the course outcome report. If you want to see the student learning outcomes for the course, this is what you would click on if you don't want to see other things. And the information that you see here that's not contained in the course outline of record are the recommended assessment methods for the SLO and also the institutional learning outcomes or ILOs to which each SLO is mapped. So this is really good information to know before you fill out your SLO assessment report. Another good report is the DE addendum, and that informs you the different types of modalities which are permitted for the course. So you can see this course has all the DE modalities available of fully asynchronous, asynchronous hybrid, fully synchronous, synchronous hybrid, and online blend. So if you wanted to know if you have any drafts, so you would go here, status, and then go to draft, search, and I have one draft in the process. So this is where you would find information on things you're doing, your proposals. You could also just do a search on that. And then you would see, I would clear this, all the proposals that are related to me. So different ways of filtering out the information. Hopefully this was helpful. And I will create another video on how to update an existing course. Thank you all for joining me and hope you have a wonderful day.